The Isles of Yore is a dinosaur game that I covered first time last year, but today is the day that I can come to you and say the game is almost here to be released to the public in an early access alpha form. Today, I'm telling you everything we need to know, everything you need to know about the recent information drop for this game, and well, the timestamps for everything are on the screen now, so if you want to go to your favourite parts, feel free to do so. But if you are new, feel free to subscribe. Well, other than that, let's just get right into it. So, firstly is the announcement. This was dropped into the Isles of Yore Discord server yesterday. As of the day I'm recording this video is the Tuesday. The video will be out tomorrow. So it was announced on the Monday or Sunday. Anyways, this basically indicates that there is bigger things on the horizon and this game is going to be releasing a lot quicker than I thought. So this basically said this. The first part basically reveals, all aboard, we're entering the last stage before the first early access release. So now it's in the end game for a playable release. The final things need to be added before this game goes into early access release on Steam, and it's very exciting. But they did go on to say this further. I'm looking for established and experienced server owners from other games to participate in a brief stress and deployment test to see if the setting up community servers is smooth enough. If you host a server for a game in the genre, please let me know through the form below. Feel free to forward the form to someone if you think they'd be interested in hosting. I'm not looking for any specific type of community, just that it's an active and established one. More PvE or PvP orientated, roleplay, relaxed or hardcore, it's all fine. I'll pick a few communities that cover the spectrum of audience well. Once this phase is over, we're good for a public release. This is absolutely fantastic news because this game has made so much progress so far. Now I am aware that when the game comes out in its early access form, there'll be one playable creature and there'll be Coelophysis, but then they'll be slowly adding more playables as the time goes on before it gets to its full release stage. Regardless, this is very impressive because Dean is a one-man team and he's been trucking along with very limited support, but he has been getting some help from stuff that he doesn't know how to do. But he's been doing this pretty much all by himself under the guise of a passion project, and to see that it's beating some of the other games to an early access form that I covered last year, this to me is very exciting. And honestly, the release date isn't publicly shared yet. However, they will be releasing the release date for the game once a brand new YouTube video for the game is completed and released, which I cannot wait for. But you know damn well, once that comes out, I'll tell you everything you need to know about that release date. Next up, we have the character customization. Now, this was actually dropped earlier in the month, early in November, but this is something that I think is absolutely fantastic so far. I was going to cover it, and when I got round to scripting it, they then released a release date, or well, whatever we got yesterday. This is the character customization menu in its full, and it actually looks really nice. Firstly, I just want to say at the top you have a description of the dinosaur. In this case it's Coelophysis, but as every other creature that you play as, it'll have its own description. Next up, you have 4 different types of presets available. These are presets for 1 for proto feathers and 3 of them are different scaled preset. After that, you can choose the colors for the dinosaur. You have 3 different options for markings, but you also have your base color. Basically, the base color for the dinosaur, we get to see all the different colors that you can choose from, a mix of oranges to blacks to whites and browns. There's a lot more colors to choose from here compared to Path of Titans, which is very interesting to note, so it has that little one up there on customization. Markings, you have 3 extra marking slots, which are pretty neat. You have an underbelly one, you have top markings, and you have another one as well. In fact, we actually have some examples of what the markings have looked like after they've messed around with them, which showcases off some of this incredible customization. As you can see, there is a wide range of markings and a wide range of choices to pick from here, which is exciting. I wonder if this is something that will be continuously updated as time goes on. Either way, this is exciting to me, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Another brief section here. This one is covering scent and smell in the game. So smell looks like it's going to be something that is going to be similar working to the Isle of Reema's old scent system with the kind of fog kind of way where it comes to you and you can track it that way. This is used for both food and water, with blue being water and orange being food. And when you stand still for a moment while tracking smell or scent, you allow it to settle, which makes it a lot clearer. If you're doing it while you're walking, it will be a little bit more hectic and a little bit more confusing, which is what the developers have said. However, this is for smell, and they did say this will be utilized and updated in future patches for other stuff, and they have added that the food includes that you can smell is termite mounds, AI, and players, which is pretty neat. You can track players, you can find AI and stuff like that. I think that's absolutely amazing, and I'm glad they've had it in this game, because I feel like with a low population of players, which this game will probably have, this will be an issue, and I'm glad they've remedied it with this. And the final thing that I have to showcase to you all is nesting. Nesting is something that is coming to the game. Now, it is a little bit similar to how I thought it would be. However, it's not growth related. So nesting will allow you to build a nest that you can respawn at. So like a flare drop in Call of Duty, where you put the tactical insertion down and you can respawn there. This will be the same, but for dinosaurs. So it's not a tactical insertion, and you're not doing that with a dinosaur, but it's a nest, of course. But just make sure not to get spawn camped. So how do you create a nest? Well, there are basically 7 steps. 1, you select to build a nest in the option on the action menu. Then you place the nest in a location you want to build it in, similar to building stuff in like Rust and the forest and stuff like that. And then you dig around the nest for dirt. This allows you to build the main border of the nest as well. You place dirt into the nest and continue until it's full. Grab foliage for bedding of the nest. Currently, it only needs reeds at the moment, but this is something they expand on in the future. Then you can place the foliage and continue until that is done. And then finally, you have your nest and you have your manual respawn point. Of course, I feel like it's very nice that you're building a nest this way. It gives you a sense of pride and accomplishment once it's done. I'm just going to be aware that there's going to be a lot of nests near the water's edge, because, well, that's the only location you can get reeds, which I think is going to be okay. But once they update that, people will start moving away from the water's edge, but the meta will be at the water's edge initially. What do you guys think about nests? It is a shame that nesting and growth, well, growth itself and babies isn't coming. We don't know if it is or not, but it looks like it probably won't be. And that is it, everybody, for the Isles of Yore, the brand new upcoming dinosaur game that we all know and love. A very small game as well. This is quite exciting to me, because this is definitely one that I cannot wait for. It's one that I think is an entry-level dinosaur game. However, I feel like it's going to be a good dinosaur game, and I feel like well done to Dean. You know, this is a passion project. He's gone through the whole thing after the situation with the depths and everything, which casts so much doubt on the new dinosaur games coming. Then this one that a lot of people didn't think would succeed. I'm talking to you, obnoxious Wolfie. It has succeeded, and I'm very happy to see that happen. So kudos to you, Dean. Well done. And yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. I'll make a future video once it releases, and I'll do a review on the game. But other than that, if you are new, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.